Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Fed News, the April 16th, 2024 edition, your fake figure wrestling news. So, NWA has split to create AAA as well. You'll see that in the results later on. However, this week there was a lot of matches, including pay-per-view. On Rising Up, we had Imperium defeat Iron Sheik and Bo Dallas by pinfall. Razor Ramon and Gangrel would end in a time limit draw, and the main event would see Steve Blackman defeat Val Venus by pinfall. The main show, LA Knight defeats Simon Dean by pinfall. Jason Jordan would come out to basically hype up his match against Triple H at the pay-per-view, only for Shawn Michaels to come out and interrupt him, saying that he needs to have a warm-up match before he faces Triple H to prove just how good he is, and he should put the European title on the line. Mankind would come out and defeat Rico and not release the Mandible Claw until Charlie Haas came out to break it up, basically setting up a hardcore championship match between Mankind and Charlie Haas. Stone Cold would defeat Billy Graham by pinfall, and Gunther defeats EC3 by pinfall. The main event would see Shawn Michaels defeat Jason Jordan for that European Championship. So now it is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H at the pay-per-view. Backlash took place this week as well, and on the pre-show, Imperium, that's all three members, defeated Billy Graham, Bo Dallas, and Iron Sheik by pinfall. The main event would see Razor Ramon defeat Gangrel. On the main show, Stone Cold Steve Austin would defeat Owen Hart in the opener. Mankind would go on to defeat Charlie Haas to win the Hardcore Championship. Triple H defeats Shawn Michaels by pinfall to win the European Championship. And Jake and Jesse Gemini defeat the Hardy Boys to retain the titles by pinfall after Simon Dean interfered. Bret Hart would defeat Roddy Piper by submission to win back the Intercontinental title. And even Psycho Sid would defeat Batista in the main event to win back the WWE FE Championship. Over to ECW now, as the Street Profits defeated the Nasty Boys by pinfall. But first, go to Level Up. Fashion Police defeated Singh Brothers, and the main event saw Ricky Steamboat defeat Ryan Sakota. Back to the main show, Goldberg would continue his winning ways by defeating William Regal by pinfall. Cedric Alexander got an upset victory over Great Muta by pinfall. The main event would see Dolph Ziggler defeat Macho Man Randy Savage by pinfall to be crowned the new number one contender for Sean O'Hare's World Championship title. No show in ECW. AEW would hold a show, though, as Wardlow defeats Sammy Guevara. Adam Page defeats Samoa Joe by pinfall. Miro defeats Hook by pinfall. The Acclaim would have a rematch against the Young Bucks and also, again, score an upset victory over the Young Bucks. The main event would see Kenny Omega and Brody King end in a DQ after the Hooded Figure interfered, along with Malachi Black. Samoa Joe and Hangman Adam Page would make the save. Excuse me, not Adam Page. Wardlow would make the save since he will be defending his title at World's End against the Mystery Figure. The results for this week as well: Karrion Kross would defeat Bronson Reed by submission. MVP defeats R-Truth by pinfall. And Kushida defeats Omos by countout. This came after interference from Big E. Omos vowing to destroy everybody on the roster towards his way towards the NXT Championship reign. Nothing for Ring of Honor this week. However, IWGP had its show. Shannon Moore defeated Steve Corino by pinfall. Al Snow would continue his winning ways to defeat Psychosis by pinfall. Wrath also continues his undefeated streak, beating Chuck Palumbo. The main event would see Bill DeMott defeat the undefeated Snitsky by pinfall in an upset. Nothing on Impact. However, Red Impact had its show this week as Rhino defeats No Way Jose by pinfall. Big John Studd would tap out Tyler Bates by submission. And the main event saw Keith Lee defeat Pete Dunne by pinfall. UWF had no show, nor did TNA. However, NWA did have a small show before announcing their split. Rosie would defeat Ken Patera. Tony Atlas would defeat Draws by pinfall. Terry Gordy defeats Tank Abbott by pinfall. The main event would see Marcus Corvon defeat Orlando Jordan by pinfall. Next week will be AAA, and basically everybody will be revealed, but NWA decided to split its roster down. Now it's about 14 guys for AAA and then 20 guys for NWA. So stay tuned for next week's results on that. Their schedule will pretty much be once every 4 weeks on a very limited schedule. Same with NWA, since we have a smaller roster of about 4 shows for each card. Nothing on OROH, nor WWC again, or GCW yet. That's all for this week. Check back again when new news is breaking, as well as the aftermath of the pay-per-view, and to see who will be the number one contender for the WWF E Championship going forward.